you can see, the barn's in the background. So today we're going to talk about 10 ways to change your focus. One of the things in this world right now is it's crazy. There's bad news everywhere. There's hate. There's just really sad stories out there. And we're trying to focus on the positive. We're not trying to ignore the negative, but we're just trying to change our focus and really think about wonderful things so that we can incorporate them into our life. And it helps our outlook, and it helps how we interact with others. So that's kind of what we're going to do today.
Also, it's almost impossible to ignore the negative right now. So that's why we're just trying to focus on the positive and not focus on the negative.
So the number one on our list is to smell a candle. So I have another video that we did. These are Disney scented candles. My favorite is the beach resort. Just
this one
makes a smile come to my face when I smell it.
This one is not a Disney scented one. It's one that I got for my birthday. It's White Barn Pink Apple Punch. And it smells so good, and it's 3 wicks, and it's kind of big, obviously. And I think it just smells so good.
What does it smell like?
Pink apple punch.
It smells like sweet, fragrant fruit.
Yeah, it smells really, really good. And this video is not sponsored, so we're just
telling you our favorite things.
Yes. The next thing on our list is to read a book. We're both reading books right now. Mine is Every Soul a Star by Wendy. It's a really good book. It got ripped in my backpack though. And then you are reading?
I'm reading Temporal, Gambit. This is written by one of my college professors, Larry Brown. So shout out to Doc Brown here. So when I'm talking about reading a book, I'm not talking about reading for learning. That is absolutely important, and yes, we should all do that. But what we're talking about in this video is reading for fun. Reading something that takes you to a different place. It takes your mind to a different place. It's something imaginative, something fun, something creative. That's what we're talking about in this video, because that releases different types of brain chemicals is when you're reading for fun versus reading for learning. So that's what we're talking about, is reading for fun.
This one, like she said, it just takes my mind away from this world and puts it into this world. It's about the eclipse, the full eclipse. It is a really good book. I've had this one for a while. I'm almost done. And I already know the next book I'm going to read, and it's by the same exact person.
Okay. So the next item on our list is to read a Devo book. I've got a couple here. This one was given to me by a friend. This is Prayers and Promises for Women, and this one is Jesus Calling, which is a great daily devotional book. It's really, really good to start your day that way and to focus, and they're really quick and short.
Both of these are also hers, but this one is called Farm Raised.
Which we live on a farm,
yes. So that's why she got it. And then this one is written by my brother's 6th grade teachers, and it's called Disney Devotionals. And
as you know, we love Disney.
Just look in our travel section and you'll find that part. But this is Disney Devotionals, and she's reading that one.
So shout out to Albert Thweatt on that one. Okay, the next thing on our list is to take a walk. We have 10 acres here that we can just walk around, and we can walk early in the morning or late. We can walk at sunset. We can just walk at different times. Just being in nature helps.
Yeah.
So then let's go into this one, number 6.
Yeah. That one leads into listen to the sounds of nature. If you just stop, if we will stop talking and just listen, you will hear so many sounds from nature. You can hear a lot of crickets. Can't really hear the wind right now because it's not that windy today. As you can tell from the trees behind us, it's not that windy. But you can hear a ton of crickets, and it's getting close to sunset, so that makes a lot of sense why you can hear a lot of crickets.
Yep. So let's go back to number 5, which is to swing on a porch.
Yes.
So when we bought our house, it's got a really long front porch, and it's got a swing, and I love to sit out there and read. I love to sit out there and listen to nature sounds. I love to sit out there and read my devotional books. I love to sit out there in the rain. It's just so relaxing to sit on a front porch and swing.
And then there's write a thank you note. We got some thank you notes here. They're empty, but we could fill them out whenever we want to. We could just write a thank you note to whoever we want. You don't even have to send them. You can just write them down, get some feelings off of your chest if you want.
So on this one, I wanted to say that I'm kind of bad at writing thank you notes. So this is something that I want to do more of. I'm very, very thankful in my heart, and I am so appreciative of things that people do for me. And I'm so appreciative. It's hard for me to get all of those words and all of those feelings onto paper, which is why I'm so bad at writing thank you notes, because they don't ever convey my actual full thanks. So this is a habit that I'm gonna try to get better at and really write better thank you notes to people, really expressing my gratitude for them.
Which, speaking of gratitude, that leads into number 7, which is write in a gratitude journal. This is the girls' gratitude journal. It has a ton of things we're thankful for, because that's what gratitude means.
We're up to 229 so far.
Yeah. We lost this, but we found it again, and we are very happy we did. We're very grateful that we did.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is my personal one. I got it for my half birthday. I just write in it when I want to. I'm not forcing myself to write something that I'm thankful for every day. Sometimes I don't even write what I'm thankful for. I just write down my feelings. So this is kind of just my feelings journal that I have. It's really small. I can bring it wherever I want. And I'm not that far into it, but that's because I write in it when I just feel like I need to get something off my chest.
And in my gratitude journal, we actually started this together, and we would kind of alternate and write different things, trying not to repeat. And we've gotten pretty far in it, and then we would put a little code next to it as to who wrote it. So there would be like a heart next to it, I wrote it, and then a star was John writing, and then Kerrigan was a smiley face, and Zach was,
I think he was, we have a key.
Yeah, we do have
Zach
a key.
was a poof cloud.
Yes. So that's how we could tell who wrote what. And of course, we put our names on it too. So that was kind of fun to do as a family. We very much liked to do this. Now, like, here's an example. Cool, crisp nights outside while camping. Here's another one. Warm clothes.
Yes. Also, we started this month 4 years ago.
Yep. So we can add a whole bunch more now, and we've even got Disney World in there, a surprise for a trip to Disney World. So I think we've got a lot more to write in that. Okay, the last two are turn off the news. That's something that I started actually doing a couple years ago. I just don't ever turn it on, actually, because there's so much negativity on it, and so the focus is just not on what it needs to be in our lives. So we turn it off.
I have always been afraid of the news. I've always thought of it as scary because it just always has something bad. Like, there's people who get injured all the time, and it scares me. Like, what if that happens to me? And I just hate the news so much, and it just gets me really anxious and scared, that's why I have this.
So we've made the decision as a family just not to watch the news.
Yeah.
We just don't do it. Okay, the last one is be selective with your social media. So there is some social media that's positive, but recently I've seen so many people arguing on Facebook, and arguing with people they don't know, arguing with people they do know, and I just don't think it's effective when you're trying to get your point across. Yelling at somebody is probably not going to convince them that you have a point to be made. So what we found is to really focus on positive things, positive thoughts, positive devotionals, positive songs. This is just kind of what we're about on this channel, is just really trying to be positive. So we're very selective with our social media. And there's a great little button on Facebook that says snooze. I don't want to unfriend somebody because they're my friend, but I don't need to hear whatever was happening at that moment. So I just take a snooze for 30 days, and then it allows me to refocus and not focus on all of those negative things that are coming up every day. And you don't have to worry about Facebook yet.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to.
And I came up with it while she was talking about that. And if you want to argue, do it over letter, because you'll find it really inconvenient, and then you'll just stop arguing.
That's a nice way to think about it, because doing that over Facebook is just, it's right there. It's kind of anonymous, and it's so right there at our fingertips. And so maybe that's why people find it so easy to do it that way. So, good thought.
Yeah. That's why I think there weren't too many arguments just between two people back when there wasn't phones and there wasn't a way to communicate that well, just
Quickly,
yeah.
Mhm.
So they would send letters, and then they would just find it inconvenient to have to wait 2 days or however long it took just to find out, like they just said, like, I don't like you. And then it's just inconvenient.
So I think that that's probably a good point there, that the quickness of being able to do that is probably what makes it so easy in our society.
And
so
common too.
yeah, so we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
So let's look at our things. This one is really probably my favorite. These two things right here: reading, smelling a good candle, and reading my devotional books.
My three
Taking
favorites.
a walk, swinging on a swing. I kind of like all these things.
My 4 favorites are taking a walk, smelling a candle, reading and writing in my gratitude or feelings journal, and probably also the gratitude.
Okay, so that's what we have for you today. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.